Question 2 is quite a large question in terms of the amount of information we're presented with. If we start reading at the start of the question, the chances are that by the time you get to the end, you'll have forgotten what you were actually reading at the beginning. So the best approach with these is to go straight to the actual question at the end and see what it is we're being asked to do. In this case, it asks us for the best estimate of the fair value of the consideration which we would include in our calculation of goodwill on the acquisition of a company XY. Now I know exactly what I need to do. It's not a full goodwill working. I'm purely trying to analyse what would be included as the consideration. So if we go back to the question, it tells us that AB acquired an 80% investment in XY on the 1st of January, and the consideration consisted of 3 parts. Firstly, the transfer of some shares in exchange. So 500,000 shares being issued. They have a nominal value of $1 each, but instead of using that nominal value, what we're interested in is fair value, normally taken from market value on the date of acquisition, which here was $3.50. So our 500,000 shares at a value of $3.50 each would give us consideration from this part of 1.75 million. It then says that in addition to that, we have paid some cash on the date of acquisition, so I don't need to do anything particularly with that other than add it into our total consideration. But in addition to that, there's a deferred payment of cash of $1 million, payable in 2 years' time. In this case then, we need to be able to find out what the present value of that future cash consideration would be. So using this discount rate of 9% that we've been given, we need to go and find a discount factor to be able to do that. In the exam, what you would need to do is go and call up from the various tabs a present value table which will look exactly like this one. So in this case, the payment will be made in 2 years' time, and the discount rate we've been given is 9%. So this factor here of 0.842, this is the discount factor that we want to use. So if we go back to our question, what we want to do now is take that $1 million times a discount factor of 0.842 would give us future consideration of $842,000. The final part of the question is to tell us that on acquisition, we've also covered the legal and professional fees of $150,000. But this is an item that would be specifically expensed at the point of payment and doesn't form part of the actual consideration of the shares purchased. So the final answer would be the result of the 3 elements that we've just calculated, which in this case would give us an answer of 3 million, the second option here.